welcome back to your next episode of MILFs Unfiltered. And we're all getting ready for 2 weeks off with the kids. How are we feeling?
Worried. It's 2 weeks, isn't it?
I know.
And then because I'm doing business stuff, I then feel guilty that Nancy's just sat sitting.
Do you know what? This is something that I'm so glad we've got Marley.
Well,
I can't begin to tell you.
I'm going to be out with Mabel. We're going to get out walking.
I think
a bit brighter, longer days.
It will.
Nance, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll stay dry over the 2 weeks because Nance can enjoy being outside. I know she'll go into like the potager, do all the weeding and stuff, plant bulbs ready for the summer food because we grow all our own fruit and veg.
Of course you do.
Well,
of course you do. You live with Orny.
Yeah, we built the potager back in COVID for my grandma.
Yeah.
And we built all raised beds, but then last summer, Nance and my mum grew a load of like fruit and veg, and we were literally picking sugar snaps off the thing and eating them.
That's well
and
good.
Tomatoes. And Nancy absolutely loved it. That was her job. She'd go and like harvest all the fruit and veg. She absolutely loved it. So hopefully it'll stay dry over Easter and she can be out there.
Do you know what though, with these things, it's times like this I wish I was rich and I could just go on holiday. It does, because I think to myself, what are we going to do for 2 weeks? And I do try. I think we have put them into some clubs, but Eva is relentless. She is relentless, and it's to the point where she's like, what we're doing today, mummy?
She's on the go from morning till night, isn't she? She's you.
She's me. She's constantly on the go, wants to be doing something, where we're going, what we're doing. And we've got to explain to Eva that things cost money. And as much as I want to do things with the kids, and obviously I am going to put a couple of days, obviously there's going to be Good Friday and things like that, I am going to really book off a couple of days where I'm not doing work and I can literally just do something with the kids. But it's having that balance of wanting to do stuff but not paying an absolute fortune to do shit.
It's the fact that everything costs so much money. Like going to the zoo can cost you £100.
If that.
And then you've got to eat. And that's like £700 each.
But then I always feel like we go to the zoo, we tend to go in the summer. Because I don't know about what it is when you go before then. I feel like if it's a nice day and you take a picnic, that's really nice. I said, but if you go when it's like cold and rainy, you take a picnic, you look like peasants. You look like tight cows. You do. There's a difference. There's a difference. If you sell a picnic when it's nice and sunny and you're around it's different. But if you take it, that's just the way my mind thinks. You look like a peasant and you tight ass bitch. But it is. It's
making kids sit up floor when it's raining eating a picnic.
Do you know what I mean though? It's so expensive, and I'm just trying to find ways to keep them entertained. But then you don't want them to just be on technology all the time. But I was trying to explain this to David because obviously Lucas has started playing on the iPad and doing like the odd bits of games and stuff, and we were saying, I feel like they're always on technology. I said, but what you need to understand, when I was growing up, I played Sims. Did you ever play Sims? Absolutely loved it.
My sister recently bought that again.
I do not blame her. I would play it now, and you used to get your cheat code and build a mansion, and I loved Sims. And I said to David, that is what we used to do.
We just played on the massive computer.
And played the Sims and Sega Mega Drives. The gaming was around. Gaming and technology was kind of around when we were growing up. It's exactly the same. So obviously they're on Roblox at the moment. Roblox is the thing that they're both a bit obsessed with, and it is just like Sims. And feel a bit of a hypocrite if I'm going, get off that. When I used to spend hours, I just literally used to go up my room and play Sims all day. All I did. Lose it that way. That's all I did.
And you turned out alright-ish.
A bit. But it is so I'm in that process now of it's hard trying to have the balance of wanting to do stuff with the kids, but then also wanting to do stuff for yourself. And everyone knows, even with clients, and obviously you being in the academy as well, you can sense the anxiety that's coming because you're in your routine, everything goes well, and we all know what I'm like when it comes to half terms. I have to go in the evening, and I cannot deal with that.
No, you struggle with that.
I really struggle because it's like I really want to take my Monster, but I can't take my Monster because then I'm up later. It's hard.
So we are covering how we can stay consistent when our
because
kids
we're going to need it, and that is the thing. Because that's the one thing that gets asked so much in the academy when it's coming up to 6-week holidays, Easter holidays, those time off with the kids. You want to have the balance of being able to enjoy yourself, spend time with the kids, not get instant rage every 30 minutes, but then also stay consistent with your goals, because you don't want those a 2-week write-off.
No. And if your kids come first, and fitness will always kind of feel a bit impossible unless you change the rules. You've just got to allow yourself to change the rules and go with it a little bit, because that's the only way you're going to get it all in.
And it's so easy. I'm prime example. I could quite easily, when it gets to when David finishes work at 5:30, 6, unless he doesn't have a consultation call with a client, he might say you can go now, which might be like 4, 5 o'clock. Fine. But we went the previous half term, we were going at like 7 o'clock at night. Because that was when David finished and he could switch off and sort it out. It's quite easy to just go, I'm not doing that today.
It's dark, it's late, the kids have had tea now, I've made our tea, I'm a bit tired. Let's not go.
No, but that's when you can fall into that cycle, can't you?
And that you always have to start again. But then what you've got to remember is that it's then only 6 weeks and they've got another week off, and then it's only 6 weeks and you've got a whole 6 weeks with them. So the longest you're doing is like 7 weeks before you're going to have them at home. So you've got to find a way that works.
That is true.
Without feeling like a failure.
And I've had people who've spoken to me, a consultation call, and they want to join the team. They're like, I'm ready to start, ready to go for it. And then they'll have sat there thinking mulling over it, going, oh God, next week I've only got 1 week of being able to be on plan. Then I've got half term, or I've got Easter, or I've got, oh God, it's the 6-week holidays. I'm sorry, if you're never going to be able to adapt during the holidays, there's never going to be a right time for you to start. And it is all about having those boundaries and those rules put in place. And I'm not going to lie.
It's realising that if you can't get to the gym because you're not in a position where between you and your partner or childcare that you've got somebody that can watch your children or child for you, then go for a walk with them. Even if it's raining, they're not going to melt. Nobody's going to melt. Okay? If I can manage to survive the rain, then nobody else is going to melt because I'm a bit of a witch. Alright? Take them for a walk, because you actually getting out and having a walk will A, help your mental well-being, B, it is movement.
True that.
And C, you're knackering the kids out as well.
Absolutely. I don't know what it is, but the wind does something to the kids. It knocks them out.
I love a bit of wind.
But then not only that, one thing that I did last year, which I filmed quite a lot of, Eva did the workouts with me.
She did.
Stick to home workouts. You would be surprised at how effective home workouts can be when you put something in place. And I think from the 28-day challenges that I do, because I'm within my second one now, we're into the next block of it, a lot of the parents can't believe how effective and how good of a workout you can squeeze in 20 minutes if you give it your all. And that's all it takes. Half an hour. We literally do half an hour every day.
You don't need to move mountains every day.
No, few minute warm up, few minute cool down, and a good 25 minutes, 22 minutes of a good workout. Absolutely smashing.
They are relentless, ladies and gents.
I'm not going to get me wrong. They are intense, but they do the job. They do the job. And I know that parents have left that challenge feeling good and feeling like they can do it. Absolutely. I'm not having that you you don't have half an hour in the day.
No.
A lot of it comes from, this is really awful me saying this, but it's lazy.
Yeah.
People
some people want it handed on the plate without doing the work.
Absolutely. And I think it's a bit harsh for me saying this, but I think we do have a lot of lazy parents out there who blame situations like blaming the kids that they don't have time to work out. I've got this to do, I've got that to do. It's like, Sharon, if you actually look at your phone, I bet there's about a few hours of you scrolling on the internet. Or
how many times you go for a wee and just end up scrolling for 15 minutes on your phone?
Or not even that, sat down watching Corrie. Or
does anybody still watch Corrie? I
think they do.
I feel like that's such a 90s thing.
I used to love Corrie and Sanders, but I haven't watched it for years.
Yeah, and every time I used to watch it with my gran.
Yeah, but then every time something's on the telly and it comes on, but we're not watching it, it'll just come on. No one's changed.
No,
the characters are still the
in
same.
Coronation Street.
Emily Bishop?
Yeah, she cooked.
She died ages ago. In real life, she died.
Do you know something? Growing up, that was the only other Emily in the world that I knew, and that's why I hated my name, because I thought that my mum picked Emily from Emily Bishop from Coronation Street.
She did.
There you go. That's a little nugget there.
But no, I genuinely think it comes down to a little bit of lazy artists. And I've heard, believe you and me,
if your why's not strong enough, then you're never going to do it.
That is true. I've heard every excuse under the bloody sun.
I bet you bloody have.
I have. And sometimes I will say, you hear it, and I'll just say, you're lying.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah.
I can smell bullshit from a mile away. I'm telling you. Absolutely can.
Smell that bullshit?
I can smell it from a mile away. And when they come up with these excuses, the only time I won't see it as an excuse is if they've been really poorly.
Yeah.
If they've been ill with a cold, I understand your body has got to recover, and I will always say that to my clients.
Yeah.
But if they go down that trap of I haven't had time this week, I'm like, bullshit. You've just not prioritised it. And I think this is what you need to put into effect, and it all comes down to planning. Plan.
Absolutely.
Fail to plan to fail.
But I think as well, it's planning and not having unrealistic routines. Plan something that you can actually physically stick to. When it is the holidays, do not say that you're going to be able to go and work out every single day of the holidays, because if you've not got childcare every single day for the holidays, you're not going to do that. And then automatically you then think you failed, so then you go, oh right, well what's the point, I failed, so I'll go and eat more, and then I feel worse about myself, and then that whole spiral starts again.
Yeah.
If you know that the kids are going to kids club 3 times in that week, plan your gym sessions for those 3 days. Go or do a home workout for those 3 days if you don't want to.
Or do a home workout every day.
Yeah. But just make it realistic for you.
Like I said, if you can go with the week saying that I normally do 5 days a week, but if you can go with the minimum, like if you can get 3 workouts done that week, aim for that.
Yeah.
If I've done 3, I've accomplished something this week. And I think that's why some people have got a very much all or nothing mindset. And I think they talk themselves into not doing things during the holidays.
Yeah.
Like they make it acceptable not to do something.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not going to start
it's
this
not
plan.
an excuse, it's
I'm
a
not going to
reason.
start this plan because I'm half term with the kids. So why can't you do it?
Yeah.
When you're off with the kids.
Yeah.
Do the kids stop you from eating certain foods? Do your kids stop you from drinking
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? People then say, well, the kids are at home all day. Do you know what? On the holidays, I'm not afraid to admit it, that I will buy everything that I make Nancy for a packed lunch, and it's in the fridge, and when it comes to saying, Mummy, can I have lunch now? Or saying, can I have my lunch a bit earlier? I'll make her what she should have for a packed lunch, because it's there. Yeah. It's routine. Yeah. You know, I'm not singing and dancing 3-course dinners for you just because it's half term, babe.
No, absolutely. And I think it's really hard just to, well, it's not hard. I think people are just so used to just wanting to put the children first, and I get that. You obviously do, kids come before everything, and I get that. But then if you're not willing to try and change your routines or try and do what you can to fit in, then you can't complain about it.
Yeah, and I think as well it's realising that consistency doesn't have to be perfectionism. doesn't have to be perfect. So you're consistent might look something totally different to somebody else's consistent.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a case of one consistency is perfect, one form of it's a case of what is consistent for you works for you.
Yeah. And
don't stay in your own lane, hon. Don't compare yourself to other people's consistent.
Absolutely. See, for me in the holidays, my training doesn't change, it just changes at times.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's at times when I really don't want to go, but I do it.
Yeah, but that's your discipline, isn't it? That's your discipline of you want that, you know what your goal is, and your why is strong enough that you'll make sure that you go, even when you can't really, you'd rather be anywhere else in the world.
Yeah. But if you are listening to this conversation going, oh my God, I feel like I'm always starting again, I can never commit to anything because there's always some excuse that you're giving yourself, then this episode is most definitely one that you need to tune into. So when do you feel, so he says obviously, why do you think most people find consistency hard after kids?
I think it's that pressure of your kids have got to come first, and there's still that lingering unrealistic view that you putting self-care is almost selfish. So I think people then go, oh well, actually if I go and do this now, I'm being selfish and I should be at home with my child.
Yeah,
and then
there still is that stigma.
There is that stigma lingering still a little bit.
Yeah. But I think it's also energy.
Yeah.
You're obviously more tired during the holidays because you're entertaining your kids, and especially that's the one thing that I found not hardest with leaving education, because I would still be working through the holidays at some point.
Yeah.
And there was never ever 2 weeks off, I wish.
No.
So I was always either doing assessment or data or planning for the next, and all that
schemes
stuff
work,
comes with
all
it.
of it. Yeah.
But I feel I do miss that, not having to, because I work during holidays now.
Yeah.
I have to book time out.
Yeah.
So, because I always used to, with the holidays, I always used to have a week of doing nothing, and then a week of everything done.
Yeah.
And then if it was only a week half term, it would be 3 days of work, 2 days rest. That's how I used to do it.
Yeah.
To try and have a bit of time with the kids.
Yeah.
But I think it's also with us parents, we always get into that comparison trap that we think other parents are doing better.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
And it's always the parents that put everything on social media.
Oh yeah.
Everything. They've been to you see them in the gym taking the photo, selfie, and then an hour later they're painting pottery with the kids. And then an hour after that she's baking with them and she's having and you just think, piss off.
They've gone on a spring walk and picked daffodils.
And
now they're painting them.
Nature walk, and they've collected loads of leaves, and the child knows every single tree that leaf has come from.
Yeah, and now
then you question your entire existence.
Yeah.
I think that's when it's hard, and then I think that's when the excuses fall in as well. People think, oh well, they've got this amount of time free.
Yeah.
They're just a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
They don't have to work. They don't have to do that. I've got this. I've got that I need to do. So that's why I can't do that. And that's why.
Yeah.
Do you know? I think it can fall into that pattern as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah. 100%.
So. 100%. We've said obviously tips would be, don't set yourself unrealistic routines, and I think people, they try and think that when it comes to half term and holidays and stuff, that they try and do the normal routines that you do when they're at school, and it's bloody impossible.
It is. Because you've got the little monkeys for those 6 hours they should be at school.
I know. Honestly, it does give me complete anxiety because it's so hard trying to run a business.
Yes.
And I do feel for those self-employed parents, because obviously the time that you take off to have the kids is time money that you're not earning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I completely understand that. But then again, I do think you set boundaries in for your kids, because my kids know that I now work during the half term. I will try and be with them as much as possible, but if I've got a consultation call, those kids know not to come in, because they know they'll get instant rage if they come in and I'm on that call. Because I say to them, it's just 15 minutes. 15-20 minutes, and I try and block them out again. Block them out. Sometimes I'll have calls and they're one after the other, whether it's a progress review, whether it's a consultation call, but they will kind of like do them in a block. But then spread them out, so you're not spending 45 minutes on a call and getting stressed because your kids are absolutely causing chaos downstairs. And I think what a lot of people need to understand is trying not to get into that all or nothing mindset. So if you miss one workout, don't turn it into like, I'm missing all of them.
6 months later.
That Easter holiday did me over. Missed one workout, I've now missed 6 months.
Missed one workout, I had an Easter egg and now I've not worked out and it's 2028.
And again, I think what a lot of people find hard is the eating side of things in the half term. Now we are getting into Easter.
Those Easter eggs are everywhere. They've been everywhere. I mean,
they've been here since Christmas.
Easter eggs have been everywhere since 1st of December.
Boxing Day, we were there. But this is the other thing that other people are going to struggle with. Now, the one thing that I did enjoy doing in the academy last year, which I'm going to do this year, I did a bit of a food challenge.
Yes, you did.
To make Easter treats that were low calorie, still tasty, but make them with the kids. And actually they really, really enjoyed that as well. So I think it's trying to plan activities around that are going to help you stay on plan. And obviously, I say this, Easter eggs are not going to completely spoil your progress. So you need to get that all or nothing mindset of, if you have an Easter egg, you've spoilt it for the whole week. So you're not going to do your exercise, you're not going to eat well because you've had this Easter egg. And again, don't go crazy with buying the Easter eggs. We've said to the kids, would you rather the Easter bunny bring eggs or a toy and maybe a couple of eggs, maybe? And they both said a toy and a couple of eggs.
We did that with Nancy last year.
That chocolate, just do it.
We did that with Nancy last year because we've got like family friends that will buy Nancy an Easter egg. So my mum said, I'm not buying her one, I'll go and buy her some clothes or something that she wants.
Exactly.
Some makeup.
And that's what we've done. So Eva's put what she wants, Lucas wants what he wants. So, and it's not having that stress of having to buy a load of bloody chocolate and then it's just in the house. Because it's lingering for weeks after, and it's
but also I find that when she used to have all that chocolate, I then used to feel bad that she was eating all that chocolate. I didn't want her in that phase of I'm stuffing my face with all this chocolate, and it becoming then like all she's having for a breakfast, lunch and dinner for 3 days. So you don't
happens as well.
And then it's there and then you end up munching into it and then you feel bad and it's
vicious cycle. I honestly
buy them a toy instead.
Give them money, toy,
and a mini egg
and a couple of those Freddo. They don't need
those £1 ones from Tesco's.
You don't
like this big.
But you don't need.
No, that's all they need.
Them. So that's what we've said we're literally doing a toy, like maybe one big one, and then a little one. I said because they'll get an Easter egg probably off my mum, they'll get it off other people, but then before you know it, I mean, there was a point where I got them like 8 to 10 Easter eggs each.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
That is utterly ridiculous. I'm going to have to be really honest with you, what they actually
I know. They weren't all big ones, but it was like a chocolate bunny, then they'd have maybe 2 big ones and then loads of like next ones and then the small ones.
No, ridiculous.
I think the most I bought them is 10 each once.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I know. I'll openly admit that is ridiculous. And then we wonder why Easter's so hard in the whole household because we can't get rid of this chocolate. But to be fair, what I'd done in the past is with all the chocolate we've melted it down and done Rice Krispie cake. cakes.
Yeah.
To try and get rid of it all, and then giving the Rice Krispie cakes to everyone to get rid of it.
Walking down the street.
Yeah, but we have done, it's ridiculous. So I'd probably say do that as well, because I know that so many people will be panicking about those Easter eggs and it ruining the progress as well.
I think the other one that we've not mentioned there is around the guilt when it comes to your kids. Like, so if you're doing a home workout and the kids interrupt it, or you've only got a toddler and then they need you to be a parent and go and look after them or change them or feed them or whatever, but not to feel like it didn't count for anything, because something is better than nothing. If you've done 20 minutes of your half an hour workout, you've done 20 minutes more than you would have done if you hadn't done
I do these 20-day challenges, and sometimes whilst I'm doing it, the kids are asking me something, and I'll answer them during the workout. And I've had Lucas under the blood. I'll be doing dips on the chair, and he's underneath the bloody chair. It's live. It's parenting, and as much as I do say to them, don't come on the camera, don't do this. End of the day, they are kids. They're gonna do it. But I also want the people to see that I do have children. It happens even to me. So it is one of those things.
As well, if you're doing that workout and they're coming, they're trying to join in, let them, because yes, you need your time and that it releases the endorphins, but also it's promoting that healthy relationship with fitness for them.
Eva just keeps saying to me, when can I do a workout? When can I do a workout with her? And I said to her, as it starts getting that little bit warmer, I think what I'm going to do during these Easter holidays, I'm going to do some workouts with me and Eva and film them, because I know there's going to be so many parents out there thinking, what can I do with my kids that's going to keep me active and turn it into a bit of play as well, and do things with them. So but it's just doing what you can, not choosing to not do anything, but just if you can go into every week thinking, right, I'm going to try to do this every day, whether it's take the kids out for a walk, whether it's do that half an hour exercise, I'm going to do it, not stuff my face with all the chocolate and then feel guilty and then do all that.
Definitely.
And I think it's important just to normalise how the different feelings that women go through when it comes to feeling like everything.
All of them.
And that consistency doesn't look like perfection. It really isn't. Like I'm not perfect. It might look like I am on social media, that I'm always doing the gym, I'm always eating, I'm locked in, and that's what you say, don't you? Say when you are in, you are locked in. And I am, but I'm still not perfect.
No,
there's still things that I don't do, which I should probably do. But it's just focusing on what you can do at the time, and going off your energy levels as well, because that's when obviously it can lead to burnout, rage, crying in the toilet,
having a Charlotte,
having a mare. Absolutely,
definitely. So we can play a game. Oh, just a minute, she's drinking, folks.
Sorry.
You're alright? Don't worry about it.
Again, dry throat.
So, expectations versus reality. So we're going to play a little bit of a game called Does This Count? Going through some real life scenarios where mums typically disqualify themselves, but in reality, it should count.
Okay. So, are we just saying an expectation reality, or are we giving it like a number out of 10 of how?
We can go out of 10 if you want.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, you planned a 45-minute workout and only managed 10 minutes. Does this count? Yeah. I'd say so. 10 minutes is better than nothing. Yeah, you'll probably feel a little bit frustrated that you never got to complete the 10 minutes. But why can't you do 10 minutes spread out the day?
Well, yeah.
Doesn't have to be in one big shebang.
No, it doesn't.
Do your 10 minutes there, spend a bit of time with your kids, and do another 10 minutes. But you could do that all day. You could have an hour's workout done. Do you know what I mean, though? You could do. You say 10 minutes, I'm going to do these things. I'm just saying, doesn't have to all be in one time.
Absolutely.
You did one set in your homework, and then someone cried.
It's their homework out.
Oh, right. I was going to say, what homework do we get as adults? So you did one set in your home workout, and then someone cried. Does this count? That's the same as only managing 10 minutes in your 45. Got hiccups. Only managing 10 minutes, 45 minutes workout. It does count. There's not a lot. It's not a lot.
No.
But I would leave with that thinking, I've started it, you deal with them, get straight back into it. Don't use it as a write-off.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, is have that mindset of, that my child is crying, I need to go and sort that out. But as soon as that's sorted, I can come back to
Get back to it. Yeah, you don't feel...
Yeah.
It's when people get in that mindset of, oh, well, I might as well not do it now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Get straight back into
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. You put your workout clothes on, but didn't get to it.
No.
I don't feel like that counts.
No.
Because,
sort your shit out.
Yeah. And also workout clothes are probably comfier than what you were going to put on anyway, babe.
Yeah. No, I think that's excuses that.
Yeah.
Put it on and then but don't get to do it. There's always time to do it. I think I'd take the 10 minutes rather than just getting my clothes on and not doing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You walked the kids to school and walked home again instead of doing a workout.
That counts more than the workout.
Yeah. Yeah, and as well, if you know that you've got a day of back-to-back phone calls and meetings, you might have a new baby at home, you might have various other things, and then you've got to go and pick up the kids and they've got 1,000,001 activities and you're not going to get to the gym or time to do a workout. But if you've walked there and back,
it means, I reckon that is far more...
unless it's like 3 steps from your house.
Yeah.
If your house is here and your school is here.
Yeah, that doesn't count. It needs to be at least a 10-15 minute walk away from each side. I said that's more important than the actual workout itself. You moved your body but didn't track it. Oh, there's so many.
This is like the people that are like, I didn't make my watch died, so I didn't track it, and now I don't know whether I've done it. Pardon?
You do know.
Pardon?
You do know.
I went to the gym, but I didn't put a picture of it on my social media, so it doesn't count.
I think with a lot of people, when they start something, they're in that mindset of, oh, I didn't log my exercise, or I don't know how many calories I burned, so I don't. And I think it's for those people who eat the calories back.
Yeah.
Because why?
Do you know what?
Do you?
My Fitness Pal used to do that. So my Fitness Pal, when I used it way back when you logged your food, and then if you logged your exercise, it'd add your calories back on.
Yeah.
Onto what food you could eat, and I was like, why? I want to be in a deficit, not eat those calories back in.
No, but then that's where it caused so many confusion, because then people would think, oh, I've just gained 200 calories back, I'll have that chocolate bar.
Yeah.
And then that's
and then
why
you stand on those scales.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think for me, when I get them to track the workouts, it's so that I can see what they're lifting, if they're progressive overload and all that stuff. But if you are just tracking it to know how many calories you burn, you don't need to really. So that's my honest opinion, to be fair.
You only did half of the workout because motivation was low and lack of sleep was high.
You did half of it. That's a win.
Yeah,
it does bloody count.
And you went and you had a go. Yeah. And I feel like this one's me. You did squats whilst boiling the kettle.
Absolutely counts. But
I do it whilst I'm brushing my teeth.
How many do you do?
I keep going until I finish brushing my teeth.
You'll have to count how many you do, and then
you want me to count, squat, and brush my teeth all at once,
and then you can see if you're progressive overloading. See if you're getting more.
I'll change into like pulse squats for you, shall I?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, the moral of the story is lower the bar, keep the habit. So try not to be perfect with everything that you're doing. Just try and keep the habits in place, but they might just be a little bit less of the time there. You might need to change the time when you go there.
Yeah.
You might not be fully on point with your meals, but if you could try and aim for just something, a bit of protein with every single one. Yeah. Keep your steps up. I'm going to get out with the kids so much.
Yeah.
And so I think.
Yeah. I mean, with food, you're a big food parent, aren't you? Yeah. You're a big food parent. So if you know that there's going to be bits of chocolate in the house, we're not saying don't have that little bag of mini eggs, only that little one, not like the XL share bag that you can get.
I literally posted that last night on my story. To
but have it with a protein yogurt or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We haven't done one of these in a while.
Yeah, we haven't. And this is why I put it on for this week, because somebody dropped us a message and was like, where is it gone?
We don't actually have what the fuck we haven't done one in ages because we've just been rabbiting on and like losing time. So talking. What the fuck of the week? What is your what the fuck?
Mine would probably be how quickly this bloody holidays reappeared again. They only went back to school like 3 days ago. Why? I mean, to somebody that used to work in education, I appreciate the holidays and the fact that staff need them more than the kids. But I just feel like time's going so fast.
I agree. I remember working in school and counting down the hours.
Yeah, you used to count down your Monday get-ups.
Ages.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel being self-employed, I can't believe. For me, my what the fuck of the week is just how fast this year's going.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we are in March.
Yeah, we're at the end of March already. Where is that
Before you know it,
we're Christmas shopping.
No.
Before we know it, we're back discussing the fact that Kayla's not prepped any Christmas shopping.
Yeah, exactly. Back to the Christmas special. No, but I mean, like, before you know it, I feel it gets to April, May time, and I find from that time the summer just disappears so quickly, and then we're back in September and getting ready for winter. That's what time is just flying.
It's just mental.
Morley's getting bigger.
The kids are getting cheekier.
Yeah, time is just, there's just not enough hours in the day, and it's just not, time is going so quickly.
Yeah.
I felt like it wasn't that long ago that we'd come into New Year and we were doing our vision board. New
and it
year,
wasn't that long
thing.
ago that it's crazy that we're nearly at 20 episodes. That's 20 weeks of recording.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like 2 minutes since we were having this conversation saying, should we do this podcast? Let's go for it.
And then my other what the fuck of the week is that I've hit 50k followers on Instagram. That is a what the fuck. I can't believe that my goal was to get to 100k by the end of the year. We're now in March, which is only a few weeks from starting, and I've hit 50k.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
Mega.
It's a good thing to finish on though, like getting 50k. It is a what the fuck, but it's a positive what the fuck, I'd say. So, what we want from you, let us know how your Easter's going.
Yeah.
I must admit, I need to try and do a lot more reels and a bit more community build. We need to do a bit more getting on the pod stories.
Yes.
So we will try over Easter, because I'm sure we will be meeting up more to keep ourselves sane and go on those walks. So we will try and get some content over to you guys, get speaking on there, and just to let us know how your holidays are going.
Yes,
Are you surviving? Are you
surviving on the gym?
Yes. Are you some days losing the plot, but the kids are still alive and we're all still good?
It's absolutely fine if over the next 2 weeks you have Prosecco on your Cocoa Pops. That's okay.
If you need it to get through the week, it's fine. But the main thing is from this is just to go in with a plan. Don't set yourself too high of expectations, and don't worry about the things that you can't control, but things that you can.
Yes.
And there's so many things that you can control rather than what you can't. And without that being said, we wish you the most amazing Easter holiday. Do try and have a break when you can. Enjoy the chocolate. Like we say, that one, even if you consume a full Easter egg, you haven't undone all your progress. I will be posting some stuff to keep you active with your kids if you wanted to go do a bit of movement with them as well. And apart from that, you can catch up on all our episodes over on Spotify. We're obviously on YouTube, on Instagram, and we'll just keep you entertained over the Easter holidays.
We will.
And without that being said, we will see you in the next episode of MILFs Unfiltered.